Good Friday morning. Welcome to the voice. Listen to me, I almost said it. To Ocala Talks on a Friday, a very special Friday for me. We'll get into that as the day continues on. Galen Unall joins us from Life South. He does it every day, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and Just Ship. Galen, good morning to you.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? How are you today, man?
You know, a little bit better off mentally than I have been in a while, because my lovely wife found a video of a doctor saying that there have been documented adverse reactions to the second Pfizer shot, and the adverse reactions are swollen legs that mimic blood clot swollen legs or heart issue swollen legs, and that then there were 7,000 comments on the video that was posted of other people all across the country experiencing the same issues. And lo and behold, I've been telling people for 4 weeks, I think my swollen leg issues have to do with the Pfizer shot. I got it on a Monday afternoon. By Wednesday morning, my legs were swollen so tight that my doctor thought I was having a heart issue. My neurosurgeon made me go to the emergency room and everything over it. And it may, lo and behold, be exactly what I've told him the whole time. Just an adverse reaction to the Pfizer shot.
Well, and again, I mean, you know, the downside is there's people who have reactions to vaccines all the time. The problem is we're just not allowed to talk about it. And I'm a big believer that light is good. Like, shining light on issues is the best way to handle them. But we just, anything negative about the vaccine, you know, I think it's two things. One, people are scared to death because they get canceled in this culture that we've developed. And two, they don't want to be branded as being, you know, anti-science, right? Those are two things that have become, you know, like bugaboos. And as we move closer and closer to the government controlling every aspect of our life, is just one more thing that we're not allowed to talk about. Did you see the purge that went through that that YouTube and Facebook and Twitter deleted? And they didn't do it publicly, but they deleted like over 100,000 accounts that had references to the vaccine.
Yes.
And they classified them as anti-vaccine. Mm-hmm. So again, you know, and when you're in social media and you're on your Facebook page or on Twitter, just understand you're funding that stuff. So.
Which is why you're not on any of it.
That's absolutely correct. You know why I'm on YouTube? I'm on YouTube because there are family videos that I just store there that people can watch at any time, anywhere, and that's a convenient thing. But
see, I thought you were on YouTube. I thought you were on YouTube because of your complete dedication to Marion County Prep football.
Well, and you know, and that's on the WOCA account. It's not on my personal account.
So yeah, you're not.
But again,
if you get thrown off, it'll be Dan and Joe. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's. But again, it's. You know, now there's all kinds of documentation about the impact that Instagram and Facebook has on pre-adolescent teens and how it makes them change the way they look at themselves. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't think it's Facebook or Instagram's job to do that. That's a parent's job. But so many, you know, it's just like TV back in the 80s. You know, you just hand the tablet to your child and, like, please be quiet. But it's strange. I know my kids, they're not on social media really at all. The only time my son puts anything on social media is when he was trying to be a recruiter for basketball.
But
and then my oldest isn't on it at all.
The
right?
fact
they do
that
Snapchat.
Yeah, the fact that I could put my story out, video my story about my leg, document it, talk about what's happening to me, and could be taken off social media, YouTube, and everything because it's not in the narrative that the big pharma wants you to talk about. To me, that's ludicrous.
But you do understand it's not just the vaccine that they don't like.
Oh yeah, it's anything. It's anything that doesn't lean left.
Right. You know, they started taking down anti-China stuff. They started taking down anti-socialism stuff. In Britain, they were removing any references to energy shortages. You know, it's hard to believe that 18 months ago, a year ago, we had energy independence, and now you're looking across the globe at these massive energy shortages that we're facing. How is that possible?
We were exporting fuel.
Correct.
18 months ago.
And now, right, and now, we've got our president begging OPEC to produce more oil. Without energy, if you look at the start of the industrial age, at the heart of the industrial age in America was our cheap energy.
Yes.
Right. It is literally the fuel that drives the engine of our economy. And if energy costs go up, everybody suffers.
Everybody.
Right? We've shown that. And so one of the did was he's like, we're going to produce more fuel. And guess what? Energy costs go down, and there is an increase in every company's bottom line because everything became cheaper. I remember when Obama and the gas prices were over $4, and my lawn guy came up and said, "Hey, I've got to increase the cost of cutting your grass to cover my fuel costs."
Yeah.
Well, it's not my land. It's not my lawn guy's fault.
No.
That it costs him, $60 a day to fill up his lawnmowers. And that's got to be passed on to the customers. Even though the press secretary said that if companies that push these increased taxes down to the customers are wrong. Like, okay, all right, sure.
Well, yeah, because to her, capitalism is wrong. To her, capitalism is wrong.
Fair.
That's why.
That's why. It's unbelievable. The government does so much harm. And again,
and now they're about to charge. Now they're about to try to charge us 8 cents a mile for anything we drive.
Well, that's in this bill, right?
It is.
I mean, that's a piece of it. And again, they.
Do you know how much that would have cost me last year in extra taxes?
Yeah.
I don't drive as much as you do, but just my personal vehicle last year, I drove it 21,000 miles. That's $1,680.
And where's that money coming from?
Out of my pocket.
And more importantly, where's it going?
Who knows?
Right?
It's going to that great bureaucracy in the sky.
Well, and if you look at the people who are super rich, they don't drive a lot. Right? They're living in New York City, and they don't drive that much. You know what I mean? It's going to hurt farmers. It's going to hurt
truck drivers.
It's going to
trucking
hurt
companies.
It's destroying trucking. And I think they realize politically that truck drivers are a huge voting bloc that has become almost completely Republican because of some of their policies. And they have no problem.
But do they really realize it? Do they really realize? I don't think they really understand and realize it.
I don't know. I mean, you listen to, when all the truckers listen to Sirius XM and podcasts. So, because when I talk to people who travel like I do, the first thing we say is, "Oh, okay, what podcast do you listen to?"
Right. Yeah.
What Sirius XM, because you want to hear the same thing for a while, and you don't want to have to go hitting the seat button.
I'm a super nerd like that. When I go on a long trip, mine goes to there's a podcast called History, the Right Way to Tell It.
Sure.
And I just pick an hour or 2 hours and just deal with some point in history, and just nerd out on my way to wherever I'm going. Hey, Galen, we got to take a break. When we come back, more with Galen Unall from Life South, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Johnny, what are you doing in the bathroom? What are you saying? Wait, where are your toy cars? Oh no, tell me you didn't. Honey, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
I didn't do anything.
For once, that's true, but little Johnny flushed his toys down the toilet and now it's broke.
Yes. Oh no. I'll get the phone. What's the toll-free number?
866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, they do it.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. I will tell you, if you're expecting dumb crook news today, there will be no dumb crook news today. We will substitute in birthday celebrations instead of dumb crook news today. So just a little housekeeping there. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. Galen, it is a very important birthday that we'll get into later in the show, a lot more in depth. But come on. You know it's Disney World Resort's birthday today. 50 years ago today, Walt Disney World opened the Magic Kingdom and destroyed Silver Springs and Six Gun Territory for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
The
I know you're all in on Disney.
the premier vacation spot. The premier vacation spot was Silver Springs and Six Gun Territory. Disney destroyed that. Disney's the evil empire.
Yeah, but who cares? It's their birthday. I mean, really, who cares?
Millions and millions of people, believe it or not.
No, they care that it's there, but they really don't care that it's their 50th birthday.
I do.
Silly.
I care.
Who cares?
I care. 18-month-long celebration. 18-month-long celebration to tell you about it.
Yeah, but who cares? Who cares?
I do. I'm going to give you all the reasons why you should care later today. I got a date-by-date history from the beginning of Disney until today. We're going to discuss it all. We're going to discuss it all.
Good luck.
You won't be here though. You won't be here though.
No,
hey.
I can honestly tell you I would have had to change the channel. I actually enjoy your show most of the time, but that could not be more boring to me.
Speaking of
I'm
entertainment,
a grown man.
Well, and you know, hey, whether you're 5 or 95, you can act 5 and nobody cares at Disney.
Oh boy.
Boy. Hey, speaking of entertainment, tonight, 7 o'clock broadcast, 7:30 kick.
You know, you support the fact that Disney's making vaccines mandatory, right?
Yeah, I don't like the Disney company. I like the Walt Disney World Resort.
Yeah,
every
amusement Disney
park.
Employee has to be vaccinated.
Yeah, that's the corporation. That's the corporation. I don't like the corporation. I like the parks.
You don't think
I don't like the corporation.
Everybody who works in that park is mandatory vaccine.
That's why I don't watch ESPN unless it's college football, because I don't like the corporation.
Yeah, well, you just pick and choose.
Of course, certainly. Everybody in life does. Everybody in life does. Hey, speaking of picking and choosing, let's pick something else I choose to talk about, and that's tonight's football game. 7 o'clock on the air, 7:30 kickoff.
Yeah, that's correct.
Belleview, they're traveling down to Springstead to play. Give us a preview of that football game that comes on the airwaves at 7:30.
Well, this is going to be a good test for Bellevue. Springstead's in the district. This is the district game, and I think it's vital for Bellevue if they expect to have any postseason, hopes. So it's going to be interesting to see Bellevue in person for the first time. I haven't really started watching their film that much. I've watched a little bit of Springstead. Springstead seems to have some speed on the outside. They have a running back that seems to be a dual threat. And Bellevue's offensive line may get exposed tonight. But that said, this is a game that Bellevue should win if they can control the turnovers and if they can control the mistakes, which Brady's done a pretty good job of so far. And Ackerman has proven that he's got big play capability, which is so vital at the high school level. You have to be able to make explosive plays because these, at the high school level, it's very, very difficult to put together a 10-play drive. It just is. So you've got to make those, you got to be able to score in 2 or 3 plays.
Tonight's game, a lot of people on the road tonight. You got Forest travels to Tallahassee Childs, the first district game of District 2 7A. 1-3 Forest, 1-4 Childs. I mean, is this just who has the ball last probably wins the football game?
No, I know a little bit about Childs. I think Forest is in for a rough night. I will tell you this: their defense is going to have to play better. Their defense has to play better. It's got to step up. And again, I know they lost a lot on defense, but they have to play better. And Curry's going to have to continue to carry them with his legs. I mean, that's their one win against Westport. He dominated the ball and was able to get 5 or 6 yards of carry, and that's what they're going to need again, and just slow that game down.
Price Harris takes.
And if they can do those 2 things, then he'll win. Then Forrest wins. But it's a
big ask. Dunnellon, Price Harris takes his Dunnellon team up to Madison County. Dunnellon 2-2, Madison County 3-2. How do you see that one coming out?
Again, Madison County. I think their history tells you everything you know. I think Dunnellon's their 2 losses are against 2 really good teams in Vanguard and Buchholz. They've only lost 1 game, and it was a game they picked up on 2 days' notice, kind of like the Dunnellon game when they played Dunnellon. Dunnellon, interesting. They've got to become more consistent. They've been very, very inconsistent, but they are on a bit of a roll. I think they've got some players back from COVID. I think they've got some players back who had some of those little nagging injuries, and I really expect Dunnellon to win this football game.
Lake Weir travels to Crystal River in a game of 1-3 versus 1-4.
It'll be a
Bellevue beat
clock.
Bellevue beat the Hurricanes 69-6. Crystal River fell to Springstead 14-7.
It'll be a running clock, and I think Lake Weir really needs to look at themselves in the mirror.
Cancel the football program.
No.
Make Rondo Fernandez the head coach then?
Oh, God. They want to go backwards.
He has a love for Lake Weir. Don't get me wrong.
He's an alumni.
He is.
You've got it. Lake Weir's athletic issues are far bigger than football.
Yes. Westport 0-5, going for their District 3 8A game against at Altamont Springs Lake Brantley, who's 3-2. Is this another running clock issue for the Wolfpack?
I don't know if it'll be a running clock. But it'll be Gavin Savino's got to play like he did against Hawthorne, and they got a chance. But again, you saw them in person. You realize they have every opportunity to score and to make plays. They just haven't executed very well. They haven't made the play when they needed to. I still think the defensive ends that Westport have are amongst the best in the county. The front defensive set of Vanguard could be the best defensive front we've seen in a long, long time. I mean, their front 7, their linebacking core of Vanguard is special. But Westport, gosh, they need what they need? They need a pick 6 from their offense or from their defense. They need special teams to actually win in that special teams battle, and they haven't done that ever this year. So if they can get some points from special teams and from their defense, they'll win. It's an uphill climb.
And
Brantley's pretty good.
And finally, a rare Thursday night football game, you would think, but they're not as rare as you would think they are. North Marion.
Can I go ahead and pick who wins that game?
I know. North
I'm
Marion
going to say North Marion wins that game.
They went into
North Marion
Citizen
wins that
Field.
game.
They went into Citizen Field, jumped out to a 30-0 lead in the first 20 minutes over East Side. They cruised to a victory 43-13 the last night over winless East Side High School at Citizens Field. Not unsuspected. East Side's just a shell of a program anymore.
Well,
it's
all their talent goes to
Hawthorne.
And they do. They truly do. East Side is again. There was a time when East Side had studs, but as long as Ingram's over there at Hawthorne, he's going to get all the talent.
And East Side, people to forget, East Side, North, and Hawthorne, really, really close to each other, right there on 20, not very far from each other, and it's a very easy commute for parents to bring their kids from East Side to Hawthorne.
Or the bus in air quote system that Hawthorne has.
Well, I don't know about that, sir. I don't know what you speak of.
I can tell you, if you've got enough talent, the coaches will come pick you up.
I don't know what you speak of, sir.
You're
breaking up. You're breaking up. I don't know what you're saying. You're
virtual schools now. That's really what's going to become the future. Is kids are going to go to virtual school, and then they're going to go play for a high school.
You mean like Tim Tebow homeschooled and then he chose to go to Nice High School?
Absolutely.
He should have went to St. He was in the district to go to St. Augustine High School, but he chose to go to Nice instead.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, the coach did a good job. Coach went into his bedroom or into his living room with his parents, put together a presentation.
And
guess what? Everybody won. I mean, they won state titles, and he went on to be
Tim
the
Tebow,
best football player in Florida history. Yeah.
Tim Tebow, arguably, not arguably, he's in the top 10 of college football players ever.
I think he's in the top 2, but okay.
Well, yeah, but he's not number 1. Everybody wants to give him number 1. Herschel Walker's number 1.
If you weren't from Georgia, you would say Tim Tebow. That's a fact.
No, I've been a Gator fan all my life.
Yeah, but you love
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker's
still the best athlete.
It's hard to argue
that I've seen with my eyes.
That's why.
And I saw Bo Jackson play. I saw Herschel play. I saw Tim Tebow play. I saw Earl Campbell play. I saw Tony Dorsett play.
Tony Dorsett's and it's amazing. They're all wide receivers or running backs.
Yeah. A position that doesn't get any credit anymore.
Woodson is in there, but you
know who's not in there? Matt Leinart or Reggie Bush. Matt Leinart or Reggie Bush. Neither one of those are in there.
Correct. I could, but if you gave me Herschel Walker, I could take the field and I'd be hard pressed to be beat. At the same time, I could take Tim Tebow in the field and still have a legitimate argument.
Yeah, but couldn't you say that I could take Earl Campbell at his heyday and I'd have the same argument? Wouldn't that be an equal argument?
And when Tony Dorsett, when you look at what he did at Pitt, oh my God! You look at the numbers. People look at Archie Griffin, and I'm like, no. Tony Dorsett had a far better career than Archie did at Ohio State.
Yeah. Here's a trivia question. You ready for this? Before Dan Marino. Before Dan Marino handed the ball off to Tony Dorsett in 1976, who was slated to be the starting quarterback for that Pittsburgh team but blew his knee out in fall practice? The only reason I know this is he ran the Brookhaven Boys Club in Atlanta, Georgia, when I was 18. When I was 18 and 19 years old, and he literally was a mentor of mine and saved me from doing some serious criminal activity by putting me to work at the Boys Club. Robert Haygood. Robert Haygood.
How the heck am I supposed to know that?
Robert
The guy who
Haygood.
didn't even make the squad.
By the way,
That's
he did.
not a
He,
trivia question. That's
stop,
a
stop.
that's a-
He,
look, this is
stop,
Me knowing
stop.
something you don't know.
Shut your mouth for a minute there, son. Haygood was the starter. He blew his knee out. That's how you found out about Dan Marino. Haygood had started his sophomore and junior years at Pitt in 74 and 75. This is not an also-ran. He was
So
the
you're calling
quarterback
Dan
at Pitt.
Marino a Wally Pip.
He was.
Yeah, or this guy's the Wally Pip.
Dan Marino, Lou
Pittsburgh
Gehrig
football.
him. Dan Marino, Lou Gehrig him because Pittsburgh changed their whole outlook. Pittsburgh went from a run-dominant offense to their passing was part of it. Robert Haygood couldn't throw out bathwater, but he could run triple option and he could hand the ball off to Tony Dorsett. But
I love the triple option.
I do.
So much fun to watch.
It's the best offense. It's the best offense in football. I'm sorry, it just is. And I got
But
six.
people are scared to run it.
I got
like
six.
if I'm Lake Weir,
Yeah. How are you
I'm
not
Lake
running
Weir,
the triple
I put in
option?
the triple option.
How are you not running?
You
it?
don't need as many athletes. You know, we're going to crowd the box. We're going to try to get 4 yards of carry. I never punt because they don't have a punter, right? I just go for it every time I'm fourth down.
Hey, by the way, we just blew right through the news break and everything. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Important anyway.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
You know what they're going to say?
What?
Congress sucks.
Well,
that's what they're going to say. That's what the
over
news is
and
gonna say.
over and over. We'll be right back after this timeout. WOCA, the source. The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Gene Powell passed him